So, into the second half.
Try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Olise looking understandably energised after his goal.
Barcelona have really been to rim
Out this half somewhat altered.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
All the way back. Spread it left. Oh, that is a nice touch. Looking for options for movement. And here's Roberto Carlos. Nesta.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Marquinhos. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Big chance! And there's a goal! And that takes him up to double figures, the first significant goal-scoring landmark. It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Barcelona really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
Just one in it now.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
No, that's been played back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
And here's Dembele. Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, well measured. Yamal is onto this.
Sagan Tosu really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
And he's very much the player living the here and now.
Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more of this ball.
Now, can they get him away? So goes for a shot! Well taken goal. And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas. So smooth, a signature finish.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently and he picked out the perfect target.
And he's done it again, he's got his second. So we have movement on both benches. It's turning into quite a gem, this.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Rice.
Sagan Tosu really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that's clear-cut, it's a free kick. It's a straight red, he has been given his marching orders. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. Roberto Carlos. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Marquinhos. Not the most convincing of passes. Upamecano. That's really well manoeuvred. No, it's come to nothing. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as...
Oh, it's a foul there, right on the edge of the box. An exchange of stares, and here we go. Oh, no, he misses from the spot.
It really wasn't a confident penalty, Peter. It was almost like he was trying too hard to second-guess what the keeper was trying to do.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. Out for a throw.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Now it's Yamal. Knocks it out wide. Dembele. Neymar. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. We are into overtime. And it's Neymar. Rui Costa. Well, that looks a decent ball. And he shoots! He's done very well to get to that.
Neymar is offering a right smile there. Oh, this is a Hollywood or bust corner. The final whistle is up next.
Good read, needed to... And that's it. Decent game of football, that. Intense, intriguing. And both sides, as it turns out, unable to be separated. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Listen, the more this game went on, a draw was always likely to be on the card. So, overall, I don't think anyone...
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So that's got things underway. Well, down the years, of course, Argentina have produced some of the greatest striking talent ever, and Gabriel Batistuta embodies that.
Yeah, he does. And in terms of out-and-out goal-scoring centre-forwards, I can't recall much better.
So you fancy him to score today?
I would think there's an extremely good chance.
Now it's Mbappe, and he's had it nicked away. He's on it, can he get away? Mbappe! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Showing good feet. And it's Rijkaard. He's having a pop! Oh, cracking effort.
Rijkaard certainly made the right decision there to hit it first time. I had the feeling he might try it the way the ball arrived.
Cruyff. Gerrard. This is a promising build-up. And it's Batistuta. It's a really well-measured ball. He's had a shot! Ambitious, but just off target.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
And here's Pedri. Passing is crisp and sharp. Pull it. And there's his chance to lead the counter.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too.
Sagan and Tosu have had plenty of possession, but few, if any, genuine chances. Over to the right flank. Dani Olmo. And it's Rice. Now there's a fine ball. Tries one from range. Mighty close.
Oh, he just got it ever so slightly wrong, Peter. There wasn't much in that at all.
It's a pretty loose pass. Beckenbauer. And here's Batistuta. Played with finesse. Big chance! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front. Pressure? What pressure? He feels none of it.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Barcelona have penetrated for the first time.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Now it's Cruyff. Plays a sharp little ball here. Oh, good effort! No, just not quite.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Oh, he's gifted it to the opposition. Tries a shot! It's a goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Oh, a horrible error, and he has nowhere to hide.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
Barcelona are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to...
And it's played in. There's the header! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Swung over. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Now it's Mbappe. Couldn't squeeze it through. Aimed beyond the defence. Sagan-Tosu are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. There will be a throw-in. Oh, what has happened? And the shot! And that's in! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
And he's cut it out. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Barcelona clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And the pass is intercepted. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Knocks it into space. And that is well cleared. That's a throw. Pass somewhat off target.
Two added minutes has
Rice,
been indicated.
not the most accurate pass. Nedved. Rijkaard. Rice. Mbappe. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And that is the end of the first half. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly.
Substitution in progress.
Away we go again.
Sagan-Tosu really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
And it's Gerrard. And this is Hullet. Now it's Messi. Rice, very much the man of the moment. That has not gone well. And this is Messi. Pedri. Now it's Rashford. Distributed tidily. Nicely shaped ball. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Well timed, excellent interception. Looking to play him in, and he's made sure that's not getting through. Rashford is a player who's always giving defenders headaches. Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune pretty sharpish. Great ball! Oh, shooting chance! Nedved! A diamond of a goal! A finish of true class! And there's the goal they've been looking for. They forced the error and extracted the... He's having a shot! Loose chance! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. Now it's Rice. That is lovely. And now a sudden chance to counter. And this is Hullet. It's a threat. And Messi! Sharp and fitting, but not quite.
A good disguise on that, though. I don't think many people would have expected him to absolutely clatter it the way he did.
Substitution on the field. Number 20.
Now the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
14. Dani Olmo. Number 25.
Gerrard.
Rice. Number 10.
Sagantosu perhaps contemplating their next change here. Tacho cuts out the pass. Nedved plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Caceres.
Number 22. Batistuta.
Nedved. Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Rijkaard. Now it's Batistuta. Now it's Yamal. Tries to pass it through. Nedved. A header! And it's there! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So now the difference is 3.
Yeah, it's...
Nedved! They want to be quick to recover. Oh, he's been caught on it here! Now it's Nedved. And this is Messi. And it's Gerrard. Neymar. Into the last quarter of an hour. And he's intervened well there. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now it's Hullet. Space for him to turn and look. Van Bouten simply refused to be outdone there. Neymar. Now it's Batistuta. Yamal will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Nedved. Gerrard. Yamal wants to run onto this. Plenty to aim at here. Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And no, he's seen through all of that. Messi. Messi unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Tacho kept his eye on it, and he's there. Looking for the run. Yamal providing an outlet on that flank. Neymar. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
There will be 3 minutes.
Nedved, Yamal. Nice interception, well timed. That's a little off target. Nedved has it out wide and in space. And the shot! He's kept it out, just. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Sagantosu suffer a humiliating defeat, and if that weren't painful enough, there's all the analysis and scrutiny to come. It was a poor show all round. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really...
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Have a look at this. It is what you anticipate here these days in London North 7. An undulating red and white wave, an Arsenal wave, which envelops the team. So, Lionel Messi's career showreel. Many claimed it was his best season ever. He did, of course, win the treble. And Jim, it doesn't get a whole lot better than that.
Well, one of the pinnacles of his club career, Peter.
And what stood out for you?
His performance against Madrid's other team.
Luis Suarez! Goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods. And that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Now this could be a chance. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Great ball, Rashford! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end. Not the most convincing of passes.
Oh, great feat, that.
It's Luke! I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Cucurella. Rijkaard. And it's Cucurella. For Rice. And it's Olmo. Alaba.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And he welcomes it in. Van Bouten. Rice. Oh, good spread. Dani Olmo going face-to-face with his great rival. Now it's Rice. Now it's Luis Suarez. Rice, someone who is excelling big time. Pedri. Pedri showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Luis Suarez! And that's a good finish. 2 up now, and they are cruising. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Arsenal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Van Bouten gets across to intercept that. He's on it, can he get away? Nicked it back promptly.
Sagan Tosu are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Messi flashes it across. Messi with an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
Well, you can't grumble when a player at least tries to make something happen.
That's a little off target. He's a sharp little ball here. Baresi. That has been cut short. And it's Pedri. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Rashford really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Dani Olmo. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Oh, that's neat. Pedri. That is a brilliant interception. Looking for the run. He's through here. Now it's Messi. He's found a way through. Header! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Cucurella. Rijkaard. And it's Rice. Dani Olmo. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Schweinsteiger charging forward, the ball at his feet.
There will be
Rice.
1 minute added time.
Has a look and plays it forward. Now it's Mbappe. Nice looking ball. No, that's been intercepted. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. So your views on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second.
Substitutions taking place.
That gets us going once more.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Marquez kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Now it's Yamal. Pedri. Rice is onto this. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
He's shaping up to have a crack from here. A real chance then to ease this unpleasant predicament. And it's Rice. Sagan Tosu come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Now it's Yamal. Short changes him with that pass. Messi. Boyan. Rice. Now it's Yamal. Decent chance! And it's in! It is an explosive start to the second half. And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Just one in it now.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
And he's quick to return it. Sagan Tosu can breathe again, just.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
It's Neymar! Neymar! What about that one? He's got himself an absolute peach. They are right back in business.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Smiles broad and beautiful. That is a cracking hit.
That was magnificent. The way he caught it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
It's turning into quite a gem, this.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Neymar tries to play it through. And he's made sure that's not getting through. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Sagan Tosu clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And here's Yamal. Messi. And here's Yamal. Now it's Neymar. That was.
He's not happy, and you'd expect that, but at least there's plenty of appreciation for what was a genuinely fine effort.
Coming on the field is number 99, Batistuta.
And it's Boyan. Great vision. Sagan Tosu still have the cards to affect this game. Not the best distribution from the keeper. Neymar. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. He's had a shot! Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Throw in.
Substitution.
And it's Rice. Now that looks a decent ball. Cross into the box. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. And he's cut it out.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
And here's Yamal. Aimed beyond the defence. Cucurella. Now it's Yamal. And that could set him on his... And the finish! Lovely bit of skill. Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Shot a goal! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And that pass just didn't quite work.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Batistuta! Oh, what has happened here? Easy enough for the goalkeeper.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Totti. That has ended up in no man's land. Can he get it through? Beckenbauer promptly onto that, and that is that. Totti. For Rice. And that is a little undercooked. Knocks it into space. Marquez. The shrill sound of the whistle, and that is that. Decent game of football, that. Intense, intriguing, and both sides, as it turns out, unable to be separated. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty of...